Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum, students and physics enthusiasts. In this video, we explained how we can determine experimentally the focal length of a converging lens and a diverging lens. Stick around till the end. This video, watch and learn. Problem is, in an optical experiment, you place an object 20.0 centimeters to the left of a converging lens, which has its image formed 29.7 centimeters to the right of the lens. You then place a diverging lens 20.0 centimeters to the right of the converging lens and measure the final image to be 42.8 centimeters to the right of the converging lens. Question letter A. What is the focal length of the diverging lens? Question letter B. Suspecting some inaccuracy in measurement, you repeat the lens combination measurement with the same object distance for the converging lens, but with the diverging lens 25.0 centimeters to the right of the converging lens. You measure the final image to be 31.6 centimeters to the right of the converging lens. Use both lens combination measurements to calculate the focal length of the diverging lens. Take as your best experimental value for the focal length the average of the two values. And question letter C, which position of the diverging lens, 20.0 centimeters to the right or 25.0 centimeters to the right of the converging lens, gives the tallest image? Shown in figure 1, using a converging lens, you can measure its focal length f1 by placing an object, right, with a distance do sub 1 equal to 20.0 centimeters to the left of the converging lens. Okay, far enough from the lens for the image to be real and viewing the image on a screen that is to the right of the lens. And by adjusting the position of the screen until the image is in sharp focus, you can determine the image distance, which in this problem is equal to di sub 1 of 29.7 centimeters. And then apply the thin lens equation to calculate for the focal length f1 of the lens. So the thin lens equation we are using here is already derived and simplified. All right. This is f1 equal to the product of do sub 1 and di sub 1 divided by the sum of do sub 1 and di sub 1. So, substituting the quantities, f1 equals 20.0 centimeters times 29.7 centimeters divided by 49.7 centimeters. So when we do our math, we find the value of f1, the focal length of the converging lens, equal to 12.0 centimeters in three significant figures. The main objective in this experiment is to determine the focal length of the diverging lens, f2. Since the procedure we use for finding the focal length of the converging lens doesn't work with the diverging lens by itself, because a diverging lens produces uh, virtual images only, all right, which cannot be projected onto a screen. Therefore, to determine the focal length of the diverging lens, we use the setup similar to what is shown in figure 2-A, where the diverging lens is added to the original setup, placing it 20.0 centimeters to the right of the converging lens, right? So this setup produces a sharp um, real image on the screen, all right, measured to be 42.8 centimeters from the converging lens. The first image formed by the converging lens uh, given in the problem as 29.7 centimeters becomes the second object in this lens combination setup. All right. So the distance of the second object, right, DO sub 2, right, represented here by the red arrow, okay, is actually the difference between 29.7 centimeters and 20.0 centimeters, which is equal to 9.7 centimeters. Okay. The negative sign here is uh, used, right, for the DO sub 2, because uh, the object is located to the right of the diverging lens, right? So when we describe the distance of the second object, DO sub 2, it will be considered negative. This is by convention, negative 9.7 centimeters. So the final image, all right, that's also measured in the experiment to be 42.8 centimeters from the converging lens will in fact be equal to di sub 2, 42.8 centimeters minus 20.0 centimeters, which is 22.8 centimeters. So DO sub 2 is negative 9.7 centimeters, and DI sub 2, right? The distance of the final image already measured from the diverging lens is 22.8 centimeters. So we can now proceed in computing the focal length of the diverging lens, f2, using the thin lens equation here. That is, f2 equals negative 9.7 centimeters times 22.8 centimeters divided by their sum, 13.1 centimeters. So when we do our math, we get the value of f2 equal to negative 17 centimeters, rounded to the whole number, all right, with two significant figures. And the negative sign, which came out in our computation, okay, agrees with our sign convention that a diverging lens, okay, will have the negative sign emphasized. Okay, that again is our sign convention here. Inspecting some inaccuracy in measurement, you repeat the lens combination measurement with the same object distance for the converging lens, but with the diverging lens 25.0 centimeters to the right of the converging lens, as illustrated in figure 2-B. So in this case, we have the second object, uh, object distance, DO sub 2, right, equal to 29.7 centimeters minus 25.0 centimeters, or that is negative 4.7 centimeters, right? Again, the negative sign is to emphasize that the second object is a virtual object, since it is also formed to the right of the diverging lens. So we also represent that with this red arrow. Take note that our drawing here, okay, is not according to correct scale. So um, the final image labeled here as DI sub 2, okay, according to the experiment, has been measured to be 31.6 centimeters from the converging lens. But from the diverging lens, it is equal to 31.6, okay, minus 25.0, or 6.6 centimeters from the diverging lens, that is. And so, applying the thin lens equation, again, we determine the focal length f2 equal to negative 4.7 centimeters times 6.6 centimeters divided by their sum, 1.9 centimeters. So, doing our math, we get the value of f2 equals negative 16 centimeters, also rounded to two significant figures. And as expected, uh, the sign of f2 is also negative, which agrees with our sign convention. Getting the average value for the focal length of the diverging lens, okay, we just add the two experimental values, negative 17 centimeters plus negative 16 centimeters, and then divided by 2. So the average focal length of the diverging lens is equal to negative 17 centimeters, rounded to the nearest whole number. And we'll answer the question in letter C, right? Which position of the diverging lens will produce the tallest final image, right? So in the first case, we first determine the lateral magnification, M1, right? The formula for lateral magnification is M equals negative DI, right, over DO. Or in this case, since we are talking about uh, the first image, right, that is produced by the converging lens. So that is equal to negative 29.7 centimeters divided by 20, okay, 0.0 centimeters, which is of course equal to negative 1.49. And for the second or final image, the lateral magnification is determined using the formula M2 equals negative DI sub 2 divided by DO sub 2, or negative 22.8 centimeters divided by negative 9.7 centimeters, which is of course equal to positive 2.4. And that will now lead us to finding the overall magnification denoted by capital M sub 1, which is simply the product of the lateral magnification, small m1, multiplied by small m2, or negative 1.49 times 2.4, which of course will give us the overall magnification, m1 equals negative 3.6, right? So this is for the first case where the diverging lens is placed 20.0 centimeters to the right of the converging lens. For the case where the diverging lens is placed 25.0 centimeters to the right of the converging lens, we have the lateral magnification of the first image equal to negative 31.6 centimeters divided by 25.0 centimeters, or that is M1 equals negative 1.26. And for the final image, its lateral magnification, M2, is negative 6.6 centimeters divided by negative 4.7 centimeters, or equal to positive 1.4. So the overall magnification, capital M2, okay, is computed equal to M1 times M2, or negative 1.26 times 1.4, which is equal to negative 1.8. So comparing the value of or values of M2 and M1, all right, we have the absolute value for M2 being less than the absolute value for capital M1, right? Which implies that the position of the diverging lens 20.0 centimeters from the converging lens gives the tallest image. So this is our answer to question letter C. And on this note, may I say, mabuhay till the next episode. MashaAllah. Thank you very much for your indulgence.